Okay, so now we have our bag.
And then we walk it over to the tumbler.
Okay, so now, is a tumbler something that, I know that people can skirt at home, right? Now, is a tumbler something that normally people would have at their farm?
Not all. There's maybe a handful of our clients that have a tumbler.
And then what's the purpose of the tumbler?
It's just to further shake out the debris.
So you're just kind of putting it in there, just trying to get it in there as efficiently as possible.
Yep.
For our fleece in particular, you normally just take one fleece at a time and put it through. But could you, if you wanted to put multiple fleeces in here and fill this up, or is this about as full as you would keep it? 4
pounds is probably as much as you really want to put into this, just because of the efficiency of getting the debris out of it.
All right, so it's just going to tumble and tumble and tumble. So how long is this process?
It's maybe 2 to 3 minutes.
Okay. And then whenever you're left at the end, then you'll have debris on the ground you would just sweep up.
Yep. Little bits of hay chaff. A lot of the tiny cuts will come out in this process. So far I only see one little tiny cut that's come out.
So now we've tumbled, and then what would we do next?
Then we'll take this fleece downstairs to wash.
Okay, perfect. So Michelle just showed me, so this is an air purifier. Due to the amount of debris that is just released into the air because of all the matter that can be within the fleece, she does have an air purifier up here. Helps to protect her lungs and also keeps the air a little cleaner. This is a bag of fleece. This is not the same fleece. We're just going to be completely transparent about that. But what this is it's a bag of, this is blank space. Okay. So blank space is also one of our males. So he has already been skirted and he's been tumbled, and now we're going to wash.
Yes. So our washer has 3 sections, so we can spread it out. Try and do it evenly so it's not an unbalanced load.
So every fleece gets washed?
Every fleece gets washed.
So we've been talking about alpaca. What happens if you had sheep wool or whatever? Does everything get washed? Every single fleece that comes through here?
We have clients that will pre-wash, but it depends on how well they've done it.
Oh, so even if somebody's done it, if it's not done adequately, then you would just do it again?
Yep.
And what's the purpose of the washing?
It's to get the debris becomes mud, so we got to get that soap and water in between those fibers to really, get it scoured.
Oh, so you are going to use soap, not just water?
Yep.
Okay. So how long does this process take?
About an hour and a half.
Okay. So it's going to come out wet?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And so it's just, is it tumbling or it's just spinning?
It's just slowly rotating.
So
this is just the soak cycle.
Okay. And then after it gets done soaking, but it will just continue to just turn. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yep.
Because if you were to tumble it, then you can felt the...
yeah, too much agitation will felt the fiber.
Okay. And so let's just say that somebody was doing this at home and did it in their regular washing machine, then they would end up with felt.
Correct.
Oh, tell me what that means. So I know what that means, but that just means that the fibers are all crisscrossed.
Well, the alpaca fiber has these little barbs, I guess you would say, that interlock. And with the agitation, that just reinforces that locking. Same with sheep's wool. Mm-hmm. Sheep's wool is really good at felting. We're just trying to get a nice clean without too much agitation, because that is part of a felting process, is to agitate. Whether you're wet felting it, or if you're using felting needles, the agitation of going through the down through the layers and back up is causing the felting.
So what happens if somebody did this at home and it became felted? Then can they just bring it to you and you fix it?
There's no way to fix it after it's been felted.
So is that kind of like the same thing, right? So like if you take an alpaca sock and you put it into the washing machine, and
Yes.
you come out and it's this big,
Uh-huh.
and that's because of the felting, correct?
Yep.
So that's exactly what it is, the agitation.
Right.
This is the one we just put in, okay, the fleece we just put in. We know that it takes about an hour to an hour and a half, so they have another machine. So this is the other machine that they have.
And this is a fleece that's been soaking. By the way, alpaca floats, so it also brings the debris to the top sometimes.
Well, that's pretty awesome, isn't it?
Yeah. So I've used Dawn dish soap to do the soak process.
Okay,
So I'm going to drain this, and then we'll start a soak cycle.
okay. So these are obviously like industrial, these are made just for fleece, right? You can't could you put your regular clothes into here? Like, do you guys, you don't use this for you're not going to put this in there tonight?
No, no. I suppose you could, but no.
All right, so in this washing machine, is this cold water or is this hot water?
It's hot water. It's
Hot
about
water.
140 degrees.
140 degrees, okay. What happens if you just use cold water?
It's going to take a lot more times through to try to get down because part of the soap is designed to work with heat.
Hot, right.
Okay,
So could you get it done? Yes, but you're going to do it a lot more times and probably start felting it.
so you send it through for an hour to an hour and a half. Then you evaluate the fleece to see if it's clean enough. If you feel like it needs to go through again, would you send it through again?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Okay,
So
so
we have it discharges the water. It comes into the sink.
okay,
So if it comes clear, then we know we're done. If I start getting little sandbars, I know that I need to do some more wash.
so it's not unheard of to wash twice.
Oh, I always do twice.
You always do twice.
I always do at
in the
least
same in the same machine, or you would move it from here to
No,
here.
same machine.
Same, okay, and then so twice, and then but like how many is the most you've ever had to wash?
Probably 4 is probably the most I've done.
It's all about the animal husbandry. If you're on dirt and roll all the time versus on astroturf or on concrete, if it's sheep's wool, that's holding the dirt in as well as oil. So it's totally, that's all animal husbandry coverage.
So let's talk about sheep's wool versus alpaca. So alpaca has no lanolin or no oils, but sheep does.
Yep.
Okay. So what is the process? Is it here that is the main difference in the processing?
Part of it.
Because you're trying to get the lanolin out.
So when Michelle's going to do the soak, she's using a lot more soap and we're going to go longer. And then when we set the machines to different settings, so usually like alpaca, it does soap, rinse, rinse, rinse. And then she'll pull it apart and then do that again. With the sheep's wool, it's soap, soap, rinse, 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 pull it apart, do it again. So the first soap is to break the oil down. The second soap is to get the dirt out. With alpaca, we don't need the 2 soap cycles.
So lanolin. So I breastfed. I know that people put like for dry nipples they put lanolin. How are they? Are you the processor getting that lanolin out?
We're not required. We don't do enough. There's very few mills in the United States that do a lanolin recovery system because it's going to cost about $40,000 for something of our size. We just don't do a volume unless your city or state would require that. Like in California, you don't have that option. So ours just going out onto our fields.
But that's how, if they wanted the lanolin, they would do it during this process, I guess, or
It would be a recovery system as it's discharging out, as it coagulates, and it's a collection system in the ground to collect it.
and are sheep the only one that have lanolin?
No, your mohair does, your goats do. Bunnies don't, dogs don't, cats don't, you just
Oh,
make
so that brings up a good point. Do you guys do dog and cat?
We do all species except human.
Human hair. So human hair is coarser than alpaca.
Usually like 80 microns to start.
Okay, and where does an alpaca normally runs like?
We're seeing them getting stupidly fine in the 12 microns. Most alpacas are in the 20 to 30. Once you hit 40, you're starting to get the itch factor, and that's good for rugs and other stuff.
Okay. Is there anything difference between like a human hair and alpaca hair that, besides the coarseness, of a reason that you couldn't?
Crimp.
Oh well, I mean, it's like Surrey. It's most human hair is straight. Yeah, you could definitely process it, except for the fact that our machines, it's so coarse, the wires are so close together and so fine, it literally can't grab it. So it's like guard hair on an alpaca. It just falls out the bottom of the machine. I actually tested that once with a beard.
But if somebody wanted to bring their cat or dog to you, then they could do that.
Yeah.
But it would still have to be 3 inches.
We can blend it.
Okay.
We had an early on client brought us 20 pounds of schnauzer, which is short steel wool. We blended it with a matching gray alpaca. A lot of the dog hair was underneath the machines, but that's what she got back.
Interesting.
So we can cheat the short by adding another, like add a wool or an alpaca or something that's got enough length and crimp to carry that.
So this is ready to start the wash.
Okay.
We'll go through the discharge and then we can move on to the next
Okay.
sections.
All right, so what we're doing is we're discharging the water from the wash cycle.
It's adding water right now with the soap, and then once it gets to a certain stage, it'll discharge the water.
Okay.
That's Walter, by the way.
Hi, Walter.
He's our milk kitty.
He's been here since we opened the mill. Somebody dumped him.
Oh, really? And so how long has the mill been here?
13 years.
13 years.
The alpacas, we've been doing them for 19 years.
At the same place?
Mhm.
And so then what got you interested in doing a mill?
We were spending $20,000+ a year to have a friend of ours process up in Minnesota, and we were thinking career-wise and long-term that in 5 years we could pay for the equipment. So we decided to open. At that time, you paid 100% of the money and then waited a year for it to get built. So here's a huge chunk of change and don't see anything for a year. We opened the mill. We thought we had a business plan. We were both accountants. We thought it'd take 3 years. She quit right away, and I quit within 3 months. And we're 2 years behind in processing right now.
You hear about mills closing down all the time. So
Yes.
why do mills close?
Normally we lose about 3 a year, and we gain about 3 a year.
Okay.
Usually 2 of the closings are openings from the prior year that didn't realize just how much work this is. It's kind of like restaurants. It's a thin margin and a lot of work. What we're seeing this year, we're up to 12 closed just this year already. A lot of the people are aging out. They've been doing this a long time, and they're just now getting to the point where
It
we're
affects
done.
your health too.
Yeah, extra help, trying to find help. We're an odd mill. We have no employees. Most of our friends have anywhere from 3 to 7 employees working. So it's really, really hard to find somebody that can do this kind of stuff, because you screw up on a wash, you felt it, you just ruined your fleece. You screw up on a piece of equipment, you ruin that fleece. So
Are you glad you did it? Do you enjoy doing it?
it's when we got out of the corporate world in 2000 or in 2012, and yeah, going through COVID with I had 1,100 employees in my corporate job. Doctors, nurses, hospitality, farms, nursing home, just everything under the sun. And yeah, don't miss it at all.
Perfect.
The worst we have is an alpaca spit on me. I don't have to go to HR.
So we're just adding water and waiting for it to discharge.
Right.
Walter looks like he enjoys this process.
He likes the heat
Oh,
on the metal.
heat, yeah.